happy, great day. Great day today. I hope everyone's had an amazing and blessed day. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's listen, the end of the year is happening. What we have school closing soon. Summer is upon us. The cities are open, events are happening. I don't know what you guys are excited about, but I'm excited about all the different events that we haven't had a chance to connect with, and we're able to do them on full scale. We don't have to minimize as much. We still have to be precautious, excuse me, of COVID, but hey, everybody, listen, it's your girl Toya. I'm so excited to be back on. I know April, we did not have an opportunity to do a show. But that's okay. That's okay. Life is real. Like, I miss y'all, love y'all. Life is just really real right now. As far as business and some things that I'm working on. So just know that I've not forgotten about you all. And those of you that love tuning in, I've gotten some messages like, hey, we miss you. I really enjoy listening to your shows and the various folks that you have on. So I'm honored that you guys are enjoying yourselves, that you're tuning in. We got a big announcement coming up soon, so it'll be like towards the middle of May, which is technically next week, but little announcements coming up soon, so just stay tuned for that. Those of you that have donated to Burger Books, I am so grateful. I am beyond grateful. It's very important. Like I said, serving in the public square is huge. It's not for the faint at heart. And the fact that you all give and donate, so I'm gonna put up on the screen again. If you all donate to Burger Books, like, I'm grateful, man. I am so grateful. Burger Books is a scholarship program that started once I was on the school board, but it's something I've always wanted to do, to help those that, everyone isn't, it's not about being college bound or not, but everyone isn't that student in high school that is an honor roll student or straight A student, or even just a 3.0 student. They may not be a B student, but they still need the same services and support as those students that are, So I appreciate all of you that have put that bit.ly in and decided to donate. I am forever grateful. We're able to help and work with several of our students. We did 4 scholarships last year, at $250. But with additional funding, we'll probably just do 2 $500 this year. But you can still keep donating. You can still keep giving. You can still keep going, because next year I'm doing the same thing. And so the more money I raise, the more money I'm able to give back. So I really appreciate you all donating to Burger Books. If you want, I'm going to put the link in the chat, and you guys definitely can donate to our school. Again, it helps those individuals, whether they're going to trade school, if they're going to be in college, they need book money, fees, whatever it is that they're in need of. That is what we try to fill in that gap for. And it's for our students that are not you know honor roll students. Is for the 2.9 and below. And I've shared my story on here before. As a student, I struggled a lot in school. I love to learn. That wasn't the issue, but for whatever reason, something wasn't clicking, right? So I was that cusp kid, is what another board member shared with me so eloquently. Shout out to Miss Shauna Gibbs, former Columbus City Schools school board member, and I believe she was president at one point. But she was talking about that cusp kid, that isn't on a roll, exceptional, and then they're also not troubled. They just kind of do what they're supposed to do and get through. And it's not that they're mediocre either, or that they're average. It's just that they haven't blossomed yet. They may blossom a little bit later, and maybe the school environment is not their environment. So this scholarship aids those individuals and let them know that we still see them just as much as we do the other students. So if you want to be so kind to donate, I put the link out there. Please do. I appreciate it. Our students appreciate it from Gulfport Madison Local Schools. Shout out, Go Cruisers is the school district that I have the awesome opportunity to serve. So hopefully you guys will consider to donate. Today I am to have on Miss Tracey Artist from I Hear Music. I mean, she is a legend. Okay. I am honored to even have the opportunity. And we've had her on Talks with Toya before when we did Women in the Industry for Women History Month. And I am just honored to have her back again today, just to talk about I Hear Music, which is coming up May 6th. And it's a full lineup of some great folks. I think she's got Fashawn Mitchell. I don't want to spoil it, so she'll tell you, but since we've already started, she's got Fashawn Mitchell, Molly Music, Kiera Sheard, and I believe it was John P. Key coming. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, I'll put that up now so we can just go ahead and put that up now where you can get your tickets. You can get your tickets here. You may want to go ahead and do that. Listen, the lineup's amazing. I went last year. I've been the year prior, and I went before COVID too. And it was amazing. And before COVID, it was like a whole weekend. There's conferences, and she brought the conferences back on Saturday. So you have the conferences on that Saturday, and then we have the concert on Saturday as well, Saturday evening. And I'm not sure about the Legends Ball. I didn't see anything about that, but I want to ask her. Last year, I had the privilege and the honor to attend the Legends Ball. It was just beautiful, an amazing event. How she honors the community and reaches back and touches those. I just, it's one of those things, you want to make sure you're in the space. And even if you can't go and you want to support, go ahead and do so. And if you're in the Cincinnati area, someone, get them a ticket. See if they want to come to the I Hear Music in the Air 2023 concert. It is going to be bananas. Last year they had Charles Jenkins, William Murphy, E. Dewey Smith. I mean, it was beautiful. It was Pastor Wayman Dean out of Cincinnati, emceed, and did he not? Amen. Did he not? Did he not usher in the presence of the Lord? It was an amazing night, full of the Spirit. The Lord was there. And that's the other thing, it's just not a concert, it's an opportunity for you to have an encounter with Christ. So I am beyond honored to have the opportunity to have her and also just kind of share more about I Hear Music. But while we wait, last month, or actually it was in March, I want to say, we had Letitia. So I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to grab Through the Fire. Listen, it's an amazing single. If you have not done so, you want to grab that single as well. There's a lot of new music out. I know that Ashford, who's been on the show, put out a single in January. So if you still haven't connected with those independent artists, you want to do that. You want to reach out to them. You want to connect with them. You want to buy their music. You want to help them with their streams, because now it's that kind of market. This is the market that we're in. We want to make sure we go out and support our very own, not just those that are on the label, but those that are actually coming up and still doing the things that God has them doing, just maybe not on the label. So that's something else for you all to consider. Mother's Day is coming up. Okay. Mother's Day is coming. What y'all doing? And are you praying for those that have lost their mom? Are we seeking God for those that may have lost someone here recently? It's very important that we connect and think about those individuals that may not have a mom, that those that may have lost their mom, that lost a grandmother. And even though it could have been some time, just because it's been some time doesn't mean it still doesn't hurt. It still doesn't have that same sting. It still doesn't have that same pain. So I just wanted to have you all think about what you're doing for Mother's Day, and then praying for someone else and interceding for someone else that may have lost someone, and just checking on them. You don't have to say much, but just let them know that you're thinking about them. That's very important during that season, during that time. Let's see. I wanted to also talk about what's going on. I think her name is, she's an attorney. There's a big viral video going on right now with a young lady. I think her name was Erin. I have to look it up. Give me a second. It is Erin. What is her name? It was Erin. She was on a Breakfast Club this morning defending herself. I'll say that. And she did the video with Ilyana Ilyana, I'm saying it all wrong. I'm so sorry. Ilyana Van Zant. I believe that's how you say it, but I could be butchering it. So I apologize. I'm not afraid to say I made a mistake. But there was a conversation that was a clip that was clipped, when if you didn't look at the full video, you didn't get maybe the full context. So it was interesting to hear it was interesting to hear this particular clip where the individual, and I'm trying to find it really quick. It was on the Breakfast Club. There was an updated yeah, Ebony K. Williams is her name. I'm just jacking it all up, y'all. But there's a conversation today on the Breakfast Club, if you caught that this morning, dealing with that clip that was on Gyro about this individual saying that she did not want to, when she was asked would she date a bus driver, she said only if he owned the company. So that kind of went viral and kind of put things in an uproar on the internet. And so I would love to pose to you all to see what you think about that particular commentary. Because I was having a conversation with some brothers here recently and talking about where we are in society with women and where we are with just kind of how we as wives in our roles and kind of some things that we can do to better suit our men, especially if you're in a relationship with a Black male. That relationship is definitely a lot different. Their struggle and their challenges are going to be different. And so that conversation, so to then see that this is kind of the conversation out here in the cyberspace was very interesting. I'm just like, Lord, are we on to something here? But I was speaking from a marriage perspective, and I plan on doing a full panel discussion for the month of June around Father's Day to kind of have that discussion and share just kind of where we are, as women, speaking from someone who's either been divorced, single, a seasoned wife. Amen. A seasoned single. Like, I think you should have both, and someone that's younger in that, or in a season one in either one of those roles. So I'm going to talk about that, but there's just a couple things I just want to get off my chest. Ladies, I understood where Miss Ebony K. Williams was coming from, per se, as her understanding as far as mediocrity for us as a people, not necessarily saying that she was calling the working class bad. And I'm not saying that at all. Like, my husband's an electrician. Like, I'm in the blue collar family. I get it. My dad's a laborer. Like, I understand that work. But what I will say is the one comment that she did make today on the Breakfast Club that stuck out to me was the one where she was speaking about how it's okay, and it's okay for students of color. It's more acceptable in education systems for them to be accepted with a C or D. And I've seen that, where we've changed it for those students, but we push harder in other areas. And so I understand. And then there was one young lady, I think her name was Wheezy, or the other lady on the Breakfast Club. I'm not for sure. I can't recall her name. She was saying, the same thing. She didn't even realize what was out there about her being a CPA and those things until she came to New York City to do such. So it's interesting, our environments that shape our minds to determine what level of excellence we have, what level of excellence that we don't. So I understood where Ebony was coming from. And I know I called her Erin. I meant to say Ebony, so I apologize. Where Ebony was coming from. But I want us to also think from the context as, when we're in a relationship, regardless of where the person is, the one thing, if the Lord has brought you two together, my belief is that you're required to build together, one. And then two, the other part of that is that we are to come together and support one another. We're going to uplift each other. So as a Black woman and being married, my goal is to always build. Like, I don't know anything else but building. Like, I'm going to build something. Like, we're going to build. And that's what we should be doing. We should be uplifting. And then when we have that baggage that we carry from relationship to relationship, things from our childhood, we've got to work on being healed from that, because we carry that into that relationship with that spouse or that significant other, and they deserve better, and vice versa. It's not one-sided. It is not one-sided, but we have to be willing to be vulnerable on both ends of the spectrum and let down our guard and really say, okay, this is what's happened to me as to why I am this way. And I need you to know, and not be afraid to tap into that. And we all on both sides of the fence, male, female, you have to be willing to not use that vulnerability and from that vulnerable information rather as a weapon later. We got to do better with that. So shout out to the marriage club, shout out to the dating club, the engaged club, the single club, the divorce club. Shout out to all of you all. The biggest thing is we want to work on the inside of ourselves. That is very important. Um, I want to go ahead and share. I think I'm going to share a my recap video from my concert. I want to be able to share that with you all today, if possible. And then I'm waiting on my guest to arrive. I know with everything, I know she's getting ready, getting things situated for I Hear Music. I know it's going to be amazing. I don't know about you all. I'm beyond excited about what I Hear Music has this year, and just the fact that she's able to come back and have everything present. You know, that's huge. That's going to be really, really huge, and have the piece on the workshops this year. That's going to be really, 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 really nice. So I'm going to play that for you all. Just give me one moment. But I wanted you all to have the opportunity to see and hear that. If you hadn't, music is coming out soon. I just talked to my MD. Shout out to JB Productions on that. That's going to be happening. I'm really excited about that, about what we're going to be doing. So I'm really, really excited about that. So hopefully you all will stay in contact with me, stay in touch, see what's coming up next, because we've got some great things coming. But I want to go ahead without further ado, share the promo video. So one second. And I don't know if I've ever showed it on here. So you guys are the first ones to see it. So tune in. I hope you like it.
Yeah. This song makes me happy, so one more time, please, yeah. It feels good, so it's coming, yeah. It's coming right now. It's coming. Your blessing is coming right now. It's coming. It's coming right now. It's coming. Your blessing is coming right now. It's coming. Do you believe it's coming right now? It's coming right now. It's coming. Your blessing is coming right. It's coming right. It's coming. Do you believe it's coming right? It's coming right. It's coming. We're gonna do that one more time. Y'all get it. I said it's coming. It's coming. It's coming right now. Your blessing is coming.
So there's that piece, guys. I hope you liked it. I don't know if I've ever shared it on here, so hopefully you guys got to see it and get a good glimpse of what that looks like. Yeah. So music is coming. The goal, we had to push some things back. So if you have been waiting, I figured I'd take this opportunity to get us caught up there. But it's been some time. I do want to just go over the I Hear Music, what's going on. We already talked about donating. So I want to just go ahead and share what is happening on the 6th. Make sure you grab your tickets. I'll put the ticket link back up on the screen as well as in the chat. But we've got Vashawn Mitchell, Kiera Sheard Kelly, John Peaky, and Molly Music. So make sure you grab your tickets at I Hear Music online in the air.com. You can do so. I purchased mine. They've got the VIP, which is 60, premium admission is 35, and $25 for general admission tickets. So I want to make sure that you know that. And Miss Tracey is an amazing, amazing woman. Busy, I know she is. I can't wait to see her. But so grateful that we're able to share her event coming up. I think this will be year 19, if I'm not mistaken. But I was going to have her confirm that for me. But I wanted to share that. So I am forever grateful. I know that she also has the workshop series that's coming up as well for the on that day, that Saturday morning. There's some workshops with Dr. Charles Jenkins, and we're talking about music business and radio and promotions and those things. And that's the thing with I Hear Music in the Air. It's just not a concert. It's just you have an encounter with God. Two, you're also going to be educated. So hopefully you are able to tune in and grab. And I got Miss Tracey here right now. I was just talking about I Hear Music, so I'm gonna bring her on since we're here. Hi, Miss
Hello.
Tracy.
Hello. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
I was just talking about how they can get their tickets.
By going to ihearmusicintheair.com, tickets are available on the website, but there are a ton of supportive churches in the Cincinnati area that are selling tickets. So if you're in the city, you can go to Word of Deliverance, Quinn Chapel, New Jerusalem, New Prospect, Corinthian Baptist Church, Rockdale Baptist Church, Tristone. So many of the pastors and their congregations have supported I Hear Music all 22 years that we've been around. But if you're coming from Dayton, people coming in from Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio, go to the website, ihearmusicintheair.com. We're very near sold out, but we are holding some tickets for the door.
And I did buy my ticket online.
Awesome.
I did do that. So I was talking about that. I was like, I wasn't sure how many years it was. So it's 22?
22 years. Yes.
That
22
is,
years ago, I had my first I Hear Music. I started at a church near where I grew up called Lincoln Heights Baptist, where the late, great Charles Fold was the minister of music, the only gospel Grammy winner in my city. And Kurt Carr and the Kurt Carr singers were my first artists. Bryron Cage, Tremaine Hawkins all came in my first year.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is big. And so 22 years, what can you tell someone who wants to do something like this in their local city that has kind of kept you, consistently having an event? It's not easy, I can only imagine.
Right. The first piece of advice I'll give is make sure you have a relationship with God so that when things get a little rocky or you're uncertain about things, you can go to Him. That's the first thing. Second thing, just building a team of people around you that you can trust in the spirit realm, having a prayer life so that you can seek God and hear from God, and then He'll order your steps. Also, just believing in yourself that you can do it. Write out your vision and make it plain. And once you write out your vision, stick to it. I said my conference will be called I Hear Music in the Air, and so it always has been. I never let anybody try to change the genre of music that I celebrate. I never let anybody try to change anything about the mission. I always wanted to have a focus on educating people, so our workshop classes have returned this year. I always wanted to celebrate people, so that's what the Legends Ball does. And I always wanted to have a celebration of gospel music, so we do that every year with our concert.
Yes, and I wasn't sure if the Legends walk, because I must not have went that far, but I want to make sure I got my ticket before you were sold out.
Yeah, very
So
excited about all the artists that are going to be here, and they all are phenomenal.
yeah, I mean your lineup is like killer.
One of my favorite artists, Mally Music, will be here. The legend himself, John P. Key, Kiera Shear, Vashawn Mitchell from my hometown, Sawana Byers and the Children of God. They were one of the first winners of my I Hear Music Idol, and I gifted them a trip to be with my friend, Dr. Bobby Jones. And they had an opportunity to sing on Dr. Bobby Jones' show when he was still on BET. So I love Sawana Byers and the Children of God. From Ty Scott Records, we have Samaji coming out of Detroit, and he'll be with us. So we're just excited about the lineup. You don't want to miss the 22nd I Hear Music in the Air weekend.
Yes, ma'am. And then what can they expect with the workshop classes?
The workshop classes are going to talk about the healing power of music, mental health, how music helps to heal, how music helps to connect people. And so you'll hear from Dr. Kamisha Chambers, who has a company called IV Cheris, an organization, and she's phenomenal. My artist Charles Jenkins will be in town. He's a part of the workshop. One of my new artists, Gene Hoskins, who hails from Raleigh, North Carolina, and a plethora of other workshop conditions. Fifth Third Bank, one of the concert and weekend sponsors, will talk to everyone in the room about your finances and how to build a business, whether you have a nonprofit or a for profit, or if you aspire to. So it's going to be a phenomenal time. You can register for the workshop classes at ihearmusicintheair.com as well. We'll start promptly at 10 a.m. at Corinthian Baptist Church. All the attendees will have a chance to hear from all the workshop clinicians, and then we'll break for lunch, and we'll be back at 6 p.m. for the concert.
Well, I appreciate you jumping on. I know you're super busy, so I did not want to hold you, but I appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
Again, you can get your tickets at
ihearmusicintheair.com, or you can call the I Hear Music office at 513-229-0502, or go to any church in the city of Cincinnati that's listed on our website, and people are still selling tickets. Corinthian Baptist Church is where we'll be at 6 p.m. Saturday, May the 6th, for the I Hear Music Gospel Concert.
yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. Well, thank you, Miss Tracy, for
You're
coming as
welcome. Thank
always.
you. Thank you
And
for the support.
yes, ma'am. And I'll see you Saturday for sure.
See you Saturday. Bless
Thank you.
you.
God bless you. All
Bye bye.
right. All right. Bye bye. Well, y'all heard Miss Tracy got on. We talked about I Hear Music. Listen, 22 years. That is not a simple plight. So make sure you get out and support. Get your tickets at ihearmusicintheair.com. If you're in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, you can grab them at the local churches. That's also on the website. Make sure you follow her on Instagram and Facebook at I Hear Music in the Air. You can find her on both platforms. I have as well. Well, it's been great chatting it up with you all. We're at 27 minutes now. So I hope you all had a great time with me. I know we talked about a couple other things before we got to talk to our headliner, the legend, Miss Tracy. I know, but she just so humble. And one thing that she said, if you paid attention, she was talking about, in order to do these things, you got to have a prayer life. You got to be dedicated to the Lord. And I love the fact how she said she stayed fast on what God told her, what she's supposed to call this event, what she's supposed to do, as far as calling the event, not changing what she celebrates as far as gospel music, and constantly pushing gospel music. So Miss Tracy, if anything, I definitely heard what you said, and if anyone else was watching, the main thing is don't waver and stand on God. I mean, she just said it plain as day. Have a prayer life. Have people who that are on your team that are also connected with you in the spirit realm. Again, tickets are still available. She's holding few at the door, but they're almost sold out, so you may want to get your tickets. Tickets are 25, 35, and 60 V and VIP. We've got the Fashawn Mitchell, Kier Shear Kelly, John P. Key, and Molly Music. Again, it's always great to hang out with y'all. It's your girl, Talks with Toya. We're always working, always serving, and we are always about Him. Y'all have a good day. Bye.